Hey everybody, so here I am in Salt Lake City. My truck is, I got some electrical issues going on with my truck. So I'm going to do this video today. I'm going to try and fix the problem myself. So, you know, you could either watch me fail or you could watch me succeed. So give me a second here. This is the problem that I'm having with the truck right now. As you can see, I got the check ABS light on. I've already did the diagnosis. I already know what the problem is. So this video I'm going to show you how to fix it, how to fix it, because as an owner operator or anybody in trucking, you need to have basic mechanical skills, because you never know when shit breaks, and when it does break, it's a question of, can you fix it yourself for $20-$30, or do you have to take it to a shop and pay $200 an hour for somebody else to work on it for you? So here we go. We're gonna get started on this. Alright, so right here is the problem why my ABS is not working right. Naturally, this sensor right here, that is for to monitor the fluid temperature inside of your differential, and so naturally it's going to be tied to your ABS system. Why? Fuck it, it's because people like to make complications. So we're going to get started on this. Right here is the replacement plug that I am going to splice it. I'm going to splice it to these wires here, plug it in, and hope for the best. Alright, so we're going to start off with a little bit of an unboxing here. That's a little unboxing video for you. As you can see by this, so you can kind of see it's almost an exact fit. So first thing I'm going to do is see if it plugs in. It doesn't quite fit, so we're going to have to modify this a little bit to do a little bit of jerry rigging. So I'm going to break out the old Dremel and I'm going to fuck this sensor up. Why not? Figure if I ruin the sensor, it's probably going to be about $20 to fix. If I go to just put on a new wiring harness, that's going to set me back probably like a couple grand or something. Basically, it's money that I do not want to spend. So now we got the Dremel on. Start taking this down. Right here. Take off too much. See what I'm kind of doing here. Don't want to take off too much on that. See if I can put this in a better location. Make it more visible. So, trying to shove this plug on there again. Alright, it's going on a little better. There we go, we're connected. Alright. So, there we go. It is on there, the new wiring. So now all we have to do is make the connection. First things first, I'm going to pull back a little bit on this. I'm going to strip the wires. Got some real estate to work on. That's one. That's two. Four. Alright, so now you can notice these are slightly different wires. Again, This is we got to make this shit work. So how do we do that? Put this camera back out of my way so I can go back to doing. Ready now? Alright. So here it is. Originally I wanted to solder the connection that I make, but that is not going to be possible. So we're just going to have to use shrink tubing and make it work. Now I'm going to do a 3-piece shrink tubing on this 3-piece system. I will show you why when I get done with the video. First one, shrink tube is going to go up here. Get that up nice and high and out the way. So now we got to figure out what wire goes to what connection on this. So I'm going to look at this. You can kind of see the coloring on this. So line this up like this. So you can see what wire plugs on what side of the pen. Alright, so it looks like green is on the right. So the green, we're going to connect to the black. Alright, so there we go. Slide another. Yeah. This. And on it. As I said, the green we're going to connect to the black. You want to make sure you got a good twist. Make sure you twist the wires together, you twist them nice and tight. You don't want any issues. So, fold this over like this now. And we're going to slide this right up on here, get it high. And we're going to use our crack torch. And we're going to melt it. See how the shrink tubing is kind of like shrink right there. Not too much heat because you don't want to catch on fire. Ooh, that's hot. Careful, it gets hot. So now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to take a little bit more off. Tight as possible. Twist. Alright, we got our twist. Hold. View. There we go. Heat. Tubing. Make sure the leather is tight. Now, being that this is on the back of the pumpkin, real low to the ground, there's a lot of debris that kicks up. In fact, that's how the first connector broke. That is why I utilized this third sprinkler right here. It is going to add security, and it's going to work to keep this connection even cleaner. So, shrink tube it. Nice and tight. Alright. Then this is right up in there. Another thing I'm going to do is, I don't want to deal with this again. have this too tight with duplicate. But I'm gonna pull this wiring further up into the wiring harness, try and do my best to keep it away from the ground when I'm driving. But right now, let's go and let's see if I got that check light to come off. All right, here we are back in the truck. I'm stuck. I just started the engine. The truck is going to go through a self-test. And look at that. Oh, still got the problem. Why do we still have the problem? Alright. Let's get into the system. Let's see, I believe I have the light still on because I have to move the truck to reset all of the speed sensors. So I'm going to clean up my mess, and then we're going to get in here and we're going to drive around the parking lot and see if the light goes off. Alright, so all my tools are away. We're back in the truck. And as you can see, the light is still on. So we're going to move around the parking lot and see if we can't get these ABS systems reset. We're going to try and get this up to 15 miles per hour and see if that knocks it out. Don't have much room to work with. Alright. Alright, so obviously that didn't fix the problem, so we're gonna have to do a little more digging and find out what is going on. I know for a fact that the problem is within the truck itself, because I am not connected to my trailer. So now what I'm going to do is going to do a recalibration. We're going to try and recalibrate. So in order to do that, we have to make sure that we have a full air gauge. Turn off the truck. No, we're going to put it in the on position, and we're going to pump the brakes. This involves pushing the brake pedal all the way down to the floor and holding it for 5 seconds, letting it off for 5 seconds, and then repeating that process 5 times. Take the key out. Start it back up. See what we got going on. Pressure's low, that's obvious. Check ABS light is still on. Alright, so obviously we still got to figure out what's going on with the ABS system. Alright, so obviously that didn't fix the problem, but still, it's still a problem that I was having. And making wire connections like that is important to be able to know how to do while you're on the road. So at least we accomplished one thing with this video. I'm going to continue to do diagnostics and try and figure out why the hell I'm getting this code. So if you like this video, if you want to find out what the final problem was, like, follow, and keep watching future videos. Until next time.